Welcome to Santos Brothers Eat, Food Worth Mentioning.
Where Chef Jeff and his brother Kenny talk about their amazing adventures eating and tasting food that is so incredible, they have got to just share it with the world.
My mouth is salivating already.
All right, so this is Kenny Santos out of Toronto, Canada for Santos Brothers Eats. I'm here with my brother, Chef Jeff Santos. Together, we are your favorite Filipino foodies where we love to talk about food that is worth mentioning. And this week, we visited some places where it's definitely food worth mentioning. A hamburger place and a bao place. And so I guess we're going to talk about the hamburger place first, right, Jeff?
Yeah, let's do that. So myself and my wife, Diana, we went to Rudy's hamburger place, and it's what they call a smash burger. And I know we've talked about a couple of smash burgers places before. I think Avenger was a smash burger, and I forgot when I went to. But anyway, smash burger basically you cook a hamburger, and then you sort of take the spatula, and you, hence the name, smash it. And what that does, it allows a bit of a nice thinner burger and a bit more char on the whole burger. So it adds a nice little texture, a little more brownness to it, and do both sides. And then most smash burger places that I know, they're not one of the burger places where they have like a million of toppings. They just have like lettuce, tomato, maybe onion, and ketchup, or their own sort of sauce with it. And keep it simple, don't mess it up. I'm saying like places like South Burger, which has a lot of great toppings on it, but sometimes keep it simple and it even tastes any better. So so that's where myself and Diana went to.
That's good to know, because I did not know Rudy's was I just thought it was a place with good burgers. I didn't realize it was smash burgers. A smash burger, like it's smashed on the grill top, right? It's not smashed on the cutting board, right? Yeah. That's
right. Yeah, on the grilled top. So they form a burger as is, and they let it cook down a bit, and then both sides. And then I guess at a certain point, they just sort of put more pressure. Remember, on the spatula, and allows the burger just to spread out even more. And like I said before, they actually force more heat from the grill top to allow the bit more char on the meat itself. Yeah, and the char flavor really gives the burger a bit more texture and a bit more crunch to it. But I think the char, how charred meat tastes really much better than anything else. So on both sides.
Sounds really, really tasty. So smash burger has to be done on the cooktop. You can't do that on the grill because it'll just get pushed through.
Yeah, just if you're gonna force it through, make a mess.
So I didn't even know that it's a regular. I just actually thought it was a ball. I thought it was a ball and they just smash it on top, but it's actually a regular patty, and then they smash it more.
Well, some places do it differently.
Okay.
Like the way I understand, like most parts, they do make a burger itself, because you got to think about it. If you have a ball and then you sort of smash it, it may not be that nice looking.
True.
But for me, make a burger, have it set, and then just smash it gently, so at least it keeps that nice round shape and texture. Yeah. Awesome. So there we go.
Awesome. And so tell us about. So we went to Rudy's, or you went to Rudy's.
Went to Rudy's.
It's been around for a while. What do you know about Rudy's, Jeff?
To be honest, I was on the website before we started, and they don't have much about who they are. Just basically, hey, we're Rudy's. There's 5 locations in Toronto.
Yeah.
Exactly right. There's no real about us. Here's the locations. The one on the Queensway, the bottom right, that's where we went to. It's at Queensway and in between Kipling and Islington. If you know where the IKEA is in Etobicoke, it's across the street from there, if that helps. So that's where that one is.
The advantage, I imagine, of the Queensway one is parking, right? They probably have a parking lot, right?
They do, yeah. Actually, the building they're at was actually a Subway, of all things, before they became a Rudy.
Oh, okay, like not Subway, TTC. No, sorry. Subway.
Yeah, not TTC, but a Subway sandwich place. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so if you go to rudysresto.com, we'll put the link in the description of the video or in the show notes. It's kind of tough to see, what the menu is, but if you actually click on a location like the Queensway, you can actually see the menus down here. And it's a very simple menu because they rely on good quality, and so it really reminds me of a place like. Now I know Wahlburgers. That's not a smash burger place, is it, Jeff?
I don't think so.
They're
No, I
not
don't think
smash
so.
burgers, but they do have good burgers. And so they just
Yes.
rely on just good quality food and not like Instagrammable necessarily food like with extra bacon or a bunch of
No,
patties or using like donuts for buns or something. Just
that's
good
it.
burgers. And so, if you look at the menu, they got the Rudy, which is basically the cheeseburger,
Hmm.
the Rude Dude, which is double cheeseburger. So the double is
That's it.
just, a Rude Dude Valentino is a fried chicken sandwich. Tattooed if you want bacon on it, fries, poutine, pickle chips, right? Um,
Hmm.
and then you also, oh wow, they actually offer gravy. That's a nice touch to a burger
Yeah.
place just to offer some gravy. I mean, if they're making poutine, they always obviously have gravy there, coleslaw, milkshakes, and then for desserts they have brownies, and then they just have pop and water. So a very simple menu.
Yeah, exactly
And
right.
yeah, what made you want to go? Just the reputation, Jeff?
Just the reputation. It's one of those nights where Diane and I had a free night, and we wanted something new. Um, so we said, let's try Rudy. Something new. And it's a burger place. So why not? Let's do it. And also
Absolutely.
as well, like we said here, for food worth mentioning, we don't want to go to big chain restaurants. We want something that's like a mom and pop shop or something that's independent. And with only 5 locations, this definitely fits in sort of independent aspect of what we do and what we eat.
Absolutely. And so actually, I almost went here with Dylan one time. We were deciding
Oh,
what to eat. But then we decided to go for some pho instead. That's what he wanted. So
nice.
that's what we had. But yeah, so let's talk. What did you get on the menu here, Jeff?
So Diana got the Rudy, which is a single cheeseburger. I
Hmm.
got the Rude Dude, which is double.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I know you want to hear this, Ken, but both of us didn't have tomato on either burger.
Oh,
Yeah,
fair enough.
we don't like raw tomato. One of those things that myself and Diana don't. We don't really like. Period, sort of a thing. But
Fair enough.
I was talking to some friends of mine, and he said that the Valentino, the fried chicken sandwich, was very, very good. So
Nice.
if I go back, or when I go back, I'm going to make sure to have one of those. And then his wife, who is from Quebec, said that this is one of the best Toronto poutines that she's had.
That's saying a
So
lot.
from a Quebecois saying that their poutine is good. So maybe Rudy is from Quebec. I'm not too sure. There's not much information on the website, but to have a Quebecois person say that this is good poutine, then hey, I'll take her word for it.
Did you
And
have
then
the
she also
poutine?
mentioned, no, we
I
get the
didn't.
pickle chips,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
we'll get more on that later. And then
Yeah.
she also said that the homemade brownies, they live downtown, so I think they go to the one on Duncan Street, I
Okay.
believe. They said the homemade brownies were also very good. So I don't know. They
Nice.
may have a central location where they make everything and then ship out to the various stores. So hopefully each location will get the same recipe for the homemade brownies or the same thing.
Nice.
So yeah, so it's some things to look forward to is their poutine and chicken sandwich and the brownies.
Very, very good.
Mhm.
So, you know what? I'm just going to compare the different locations. So if we went down to Dunkin', let's just see. The menu is exactly the same. So
And that's the
just so
same,
that
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, you can go there. You can even order online for pickup and or
Mhm.
delivery if you're doing that.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, here's a
through
map of where they own.
direct Chow Now. Or
Yeah,
yeah, Chow Now. Is that like another? It's a food
I
delivery. Like who are they?
I
You know?
think Chow Now is that sort of Asian-esque food
Yeah.
delivery. They have the light blue with the panda.
Oh yeah, I've seen
I
them.
think I think that's like who Chow Now is.
Yeah, they're at Mike's Far East Barbecue. I just saw that. I
Okay,
just saw that
so
symbol.
there we go.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, and so why don't we kind of have a look at the pictures? This is Jeff and Diana in front of Rudy's. Big smiles
Yeah,
before you
big
had the
smiles
food.
and
Yeah.
huge sign. Guaranteed, you can't miss Rudy's. If you're going westbound on the Queensway past Kipling, you can't miss it. It's just after you go down the hill, and like I said, it's across from IKEA. Big sign, and even at night, that pink Rudy will light up the sky. That's sort of your beacon
So I
to
want
see
to
where
ask you
Rudy is.
something. So that
Yes.
sign was pink. Are the other ones like reminiscent because the Dunkin' is over here is yellow? Do you know if the Dunkin' one's yellow and the college one's red? And
No, I
you know,
believe the main Rudy is all pink.
they're all pink.
So just
Okay,
by
just want to make
coincidence, the Queensway tile for the website is pink anyway. But I'm almost positive that Rudy is pink for all
gotcha.
locations.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
And so this is what you see when you get there.
yeah.
Basically
This
the
is a good
counter.
counter. Yeah,
Hmm.
nice negative space counter. That's perfect. Yeah, simple design, and I'm trying. I've never. I think I've been to this place when it was a Subway sandwiches before, and they totally gutted the place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's more open concept. than before.
Certainly. This
Yeah,
is their
nice
dining room.
tabletops. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I'm
you can
pretty sure
actually
they'll
see
add
their
more
menu
tables
too.
once the pandemic is over. But yeah, so they also have picnic tables outside.
Nice.
So it's coming up to summertime. So yeah, a burger outside with the milkshake. Yeah, you can't beat that.
You know, that's one thing that I don't get at burger places is the milkshakes, and usually the milkshakes there are pretty good. So it's just
Mm,
that I'm always so full. Milkshakes are so filling.
they are. Yeah,
After I get
they
to
can
have
be
like a
very
burger,
filling.
yeah, yeah,
That's it.
right. And here's the menu.
Yeah.
Everything that you saw on the website is just out here.
Hmm.
Wow. So to
Yeah.
add bacon is $3.
Yeah. That's one of the things that at first I was planning to get the Rudy with tattooed, and it was like $3. And I was like, so for an extra $3, I might as well just get more meat. And I got the rude dude instead.
I wonder
So
how much
no,
bacon is added.
yeah, that's another thing too. We didn't ask for it. We asked for it, so I guess maybe we should have just splurged that one time and see how much bacon there actually was. But when you think that when you go to the store and buy a pack of bacon, it's like usually $4 for 15 slices.
Hmm.
I know working in a restaurant, it's much different food costs and whatnot, but still $3 to add bacon.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly
lot.
right.
And then I noticed this is not on the website. They got the Big Rudy. You know what that is, Jeff?
Yeah, you know what? You're right. To be honest, I didn't see that until now or noticed it. So maybe the big root is 3 patties because that would make sense.
Yeah, it would. So maybe it is the
Yeah,
big old Rudy. So here they are. So yeah,
here they are.
definitely. So are those the dill pickle chips?
Those are the dill pickle chips.
Wow,
Yes,
they're thick.
um, they're very thick. It comes in their own sauce, which we believe is like a garlic dill sauce.
Hmm.
So that's the white sauce in the middle.
Yep.
So we were looking forward to these, or at least was. Diana's a huge pickle lover. She loves pickles on her sandwiches and like raw pickles on a charcuterie board. Um, After the third one for us, we were like, yeah, I think we're done. Like we did
Wow.
finish the bag. Yeah, we were hoping that that these pickles so they basically took pickles out of a jar and they dried them a bit, put them in batter and deep fried them. So pickles that are quite thick. We were hoping they'd be maybe thinner and have a bit more crisp to it. So like I said, after the third one, we were both, yeah, this is wasn't what we're expecting. So,
Interesting.
but it's on their menu, so people do like it. I guess it's just personal taste. You mentioned before that someone has this. Hooters has pickle chips, or another restaurant has
Yeah,
it.
Hooters
And it's
has
the same
pickle
thing,
chips.
right? Okay.
It is out of the jar, but I don't find them too thick. But I guess it depends on
Okay.
the brand that you're using. They use the
True.
crinkle cut ones, right? So
Yeah.
out of
Yeah.
the
These are
jar.
crinkle cut as well.
Yeah, interesting.
Um,
Interesting.
but
How was the burger?
burgers were good. Like I said, the extra char in them, yeah, added a bit more flavor, and the charness to it was really good. And like I mentioned, that some burgers are sort of Instagram worthy. I think the first one you see there can be, but the one in the back really wasn't.
Yeah.
Maybe because it was the bottom of the bag. But yeah, it's a good simple burger. Oh, the one thing I did like about these burgers, the lettuce they use was a whole leaf of it's called green leaf lettuce,
Looks like it,
not the
yeah.
chopped lettuce, iceberg lettuce you find in a bag.
Hmm.
So I do appreciate how much lettuce there was, and the way, because it was a whole leaf, it actually kept the burger somewhat a bit less messier than you would if you had like chopped lettuce, because chopped lettuce you would find like falling out of the burger itself. At least this kept the shape of everything, kept everything inside.
Yeah. And just watch your microphone. It is scratching a
Oh,
bit, so you know.
there we go.
And so I'm looking at the burger here, and
Yeah,
at first glance, this might look like cheese, but I'm guessing that's sauce, right? Right here.
it is sauce. It's part of the Rudy sauce, but no, the cheese was actually melted on as well.
Nice.
So yeah, so we had the nice sauce from the cheese, and the nice moisture from the sauce and the melted cheese as well. So it actually helped moisten the burger overall and add a bit additional taste to everything.
Okay. And
Yeah,
how would you describe the Rudy sauce?
I think it's just a mixture of ketchup and mayo.
Okay.
Because it's sort of that pinkish hue to it.
Okay.
It wasn't like Thousand Island dressing like McDonald's secret sauce is, because there's no pickles or anything in there. Just simple. Yeah, if I had to guess, it's just a rosé, mayo, and ketchup.
All right. So before we rate the burgers, rate the chips.
Chips, I'm gonna get like a 4.
Wow.
Yeah,
Rarely give
yeah.
something below a 5, but got to be honest. And the
Yeah,
burger,
to be honest, like I said, after the third one, we were both, and there were a lot in there. As you can see, the big, look at the size of the burger, and then see those how many pickle chips there
a lot
are.
of chips.
So
Yeah.
there were quite a few. It was a generous portion. Unfortunately, yeah, we finished it, but we're like reluctant to finish.
And how about the burger?
Burger itself, I give an 8.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it was a good burger. Like I said, nice char, good portion. Yeah, that's all I could say. Like everything melted together. That's a good solid
Yeah.
8.
You know what? Eight's a good number, especially for something that's not too fancy. It's just a burger, but it's just made well. There's not special ingredients. There's not a billion and one patties. There's not an egg on it. There's not,
No,
there's nothing, particularly fancy about it. Just make a good burger. So 8 out of 10,
yeah.
definitely worth going. And then if you went back, or when you go back, you want to try their chicken sandwich. Is that
Oh
right?
yeah,
The
and the
Valentino,
poutine,
right?
of
Yeah, the
course.
poutine. Yeah, try that poutine.
Yeah, that's right. The big dude is on this menu.
Yeah, well,
Go to another location. Maybe
let's
it's on there somewhere
try
else.
let's try Danforth. See if we
Yeah,
no
yeah. Interesting,
there.
interesting,
I'll try
interesting.
one more and see if it's at
All right.
college. No,
Nope.
no.
All right.
So it's just not there. So that's okay. So we'll find
Actually,
out.
maybe go on online for delivery. Maybe there as well, just in case.
No, no. Oh, there's the big Rudy.
It's like a Big Mac.
Oh, there it
So
is. Oh,
yeah,
3 slices of actual bun.
a
It is like a Big
bun.
Mac. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what it is. 3 slices of actual bun. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So I do want to try the brownies. Do want to try the poutine, but definitely want to try this place out. You know what? These pictures, they look pretty good, and you can tell that they're not dolled up. They're just
No,
they just took a picture of them. So that's
that's
pretty
it.
neat. Yeah.
Yeah, nice background of like a picnic table, or with a gingham,
Yeah.
on there. So yeah,
Very, very good. So definitely, I want to try this place. I want to try. I'll probably try the Rudy when I go.
yeah.
Yeah, or maybe the Rude Dude. We'll see how
Okay.
that turns out. But yeah, I went to a place that serves some bao. We're going to talk about that after the break. Sound fair, Jeff?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So we are back with Santos Brothers Eats, where we're talking about food worth mentioning. We just talked about Rudy's. Rudy's Burgers, a place that's been around. Actually, I don't know how long has Rudy's been around, Jeff.
To be honest, I'm not too sure. I think they were here. Well, the location on the Queensway I know opened just before pandemic,
Okay.
so 2020.
Yeah,
So
been around for a couple years. They have a little bit of a reputation, and they make some awesome food. And so I went to a place called Bao Mama. So
nice.
Bao Mama is so for everyone that don't know what bao is, Jeff. Why don't you
hmm
share that with people? What is bao?
So, so bao basically it's it's like a steamed bun, but think of a taco shape. And the bao is actually that, but of course it's more filling because the bao is actually steamed bread,
Mhm.
and it's not baked first, so it keeps a sort of white hue to it. And so in the bread is a very sort of bland tasting bread, but it's a good because you can add sauces and meats, and it uses a vessel, and everything will absorb in the bread itself. And so from there you get a nice barbecue sauce on there from the meat, and then a nice vinaigrette on it or something. Whatever you put in there, the bread will actually absorb in the flavor inside of it. So that's
And
basically
what?
what an Asian
Yeah.
bao is.
What country is it from?
I believe, well, Bao is Chinese of heritage,
That's right.
but I
Okay.
think that the one we're talking about is a bit Filipino,
It is
or it's,
Filipino, but they are traditionally Chinese, Chinese
yes.
bao. And so,
hmm
yeah, there's like these fluffy taco-ish, like kind of like
Yeah.
fluffy tacos. They're pretty good. They're not obviously not the
hmm
hard tacos, right? So they're
No.
fluffy. And then, first time I've ever had bao was actually a sweet version because there was a s'mores version. That's the first time I had bao.
Oh, right.
Right,
Yes.
that was at the CNE, and
hmm
so, but that's not
Far East
traditionally how they
taco.
are. That's right, Far East Taco, the CNE. Maybe I'll have a
Yeah.
chance to try that this year again. Who knows?
Maybe. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and so that's the first time I've had it. But the traditionally savory flavors, a lot with like I would imagine like char siu pork or things
hmm
like that. And
Yeah.
so we went to, or not we, but I went to Bao Mama, and it's because Jeff told
Yes.
me it was the grand opening. They had a ghost kitchen open, And I need to
Yeah.
know about
So
this
yeah.
place. Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
So from what I remember from Blog TO, our friends at Blog TO, they actually were part of a ghost kitchen, the Shepherd, more east. I think Shepherd and Markham or Shepherd area.
Okay.
So pickup only. And then they actually opened a more, I think, sit down. If was there seats there, Ken, or possible seats in the
Absolutely.
future? Yeah,
There are seats there. Yeah.
yeah. So they actually opened up a new location, the Shepherd and Brimley area, across from Perfect.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Diane and I couldn't go, but to mention this to Ken, and sure enough, he took my advice and he went. And here we go.
Absolutely.
Look at that.
Yeah.
There it
And you
is.
can see it. Grand opening 4419 Shepherd Avenue East. They opened on Saturday, which is the 21st. That's basically Brimley and Shepherd is the southwest corner. It is across the street from a place that we talk about a lot, Perfect Chinese Food. And if you're into
Oh yeah.
Filipino food, they share a parking lot with Jesse Jr. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah. And so if we look, it's Filipino, Asian inspired, handcrafted bao buns made with mama's love. Oh, that's
Mm-hmm.
the mama. And so if you didn't understand what a bao was from Jeff's description, then you can see a picture here. You can see it looks like this big fluffy, almost like a pancake kind of thing that's folded over into a taco, makes a little sandwich.
Yeah.
And yeah, really, really tasty stuff. And so I went here just because it was the grand opening and I wanted to figure out what on earth was happening. And
Yep.
so this is the menu. Basically, they have um, one, two, three, four
I
types.
think
Well, they have many
12.
types of
Yeah.
bao. They have
Yes.
12 baos, but then they're in four different subcategories. It's a classic, the Pinoy, and those of you that don't know what Pinoy means, it is Filipino. Then there's
Mm-hmm.
veggie, not vegan. I did not order anything from that one. And then they have the premium sarap. Sarap means, what is that? Delicious, right?
Delicious. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was wondering what I should get. And then during that grand opening, they had if your order is more than $15, you get a free OG, right? So that's one of the
Oh,
crispy classics. So we're gonna go.
nice.
Let's just talk about the classics, and then we'll go through what's all the different categories and what's in each one. Crispy classics, they're $5.50 each. They have the original crispy chicken, or the
Mm-hmm.
crispy shrimp, or the crispy Atlantic cod. And
Yeah.
so, those are the, chicken, shrimp, or cod. No beef in the classics. So something to think about.
Okay.
Then if you want a Pinoy, it's 50 cents more, $6. There's four of those. There's the Pinoy chick, which is the barbecue chicken, Pinoy boy, which is barbecue pork, slow pork adobo, and then adobo chick, which is grilled chicken adobo.
Oh, nice.
Right? And then the veggie, not vegan, they have tofu and eggplant, tofu and mushroom, and eggplant and mushroom. Actually, they probably taste pretty good, especially if they're all
I was
deep
going to say, I think, yeah. No.
Yeah. Although, probably get the eggplant and mushroom. I don't know, just because I'm not sure if I want the tofu. And then they have the
Okay.
premium, crispy espata, which is a deep fried pork hock, the land and sea, which is shrimp and mushroom, and then the triple B, which is braised beef brisket asado. And
Asado.
absolutely. And then they have other stuff that's just a la carte, pork shrimp shao mai, all right, basically a dumpling. They also have an Asian green salad, the house slaw, pork spring rolls, fries. They have sinigang fries, and then they also have some hot sauce and some drinks on for sale. And then because I wanted to make sure I got the extra crispy classic, that original
Mm-hmm.
crispy chicken, I made sure that the order was over $15, and I just said, you can get these pack deals, tri-pack
Yeah.
deals, right? Any three classics, any three Pinoys, or any three premium, there's different discounted prices. Of course, I just went for the premium, right? Try any
That's how
three
you do it.
setup. And then I asked the girl behind the counter, I said, okay, I'll just take the premium, three of the premium. And she asked me which ones. And I said, should I just get them all, or should you suggest any? And she says, if it's your first time, just get them all. Which is
Yeah.
exactly what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I got all the premiums. So again, the crispy pata, the land and sea, and the triple B,
Nice.
and then on top of that was the crispy chicken. So four baos I had to tackle on my own, which was a battle that I gladly took up. So I was happy to do
Nice.
so.
The sacrifices you make. Thank you.
Yeah, the sacrifices you make. So you could actually order pickup or delivery through, Uber, DoorDash, Skip the Dishes, and they even cater. You know what? Let's look at the catering and see what they do here. Oh, it's just like no. I'm not going to go too deep into that.
No,
I
it's
thought it was I thought there was more pricing. And so, yeah. So let's just talk a little bit about what I had to eat, because I did have, where was I? Oh, I have to go back to the menu to actually look at that. So I did have the crispy pata lentil and the triple B, which is the
Okay.
braised beef brisket asado.
Mm,
So let's look into that a little bit. Well, there we go. So there I am at Bao Mama,
there
just
you are.
inside, ordered food. Didn't take any pictures of the inside, which I'm just not good at that. Just didn't do that. I'm lucky I got this picture. I was like, oh, I better take a picture before I go so we can talk
Yeah.
about it. And then here's what they look like. They came in all in the box.
Oh, that looks
This,
great.
yeah, the top left, this is the shrimp and mushroom. So it's a land and
Okay.
sea. I do know that this one down here was the original chicken, and then this one was crispy pata, and then this one was the triple B. And
Okay.
so we're going to talk about those a little bit. I'm going to leave. Actually, which one do you want me to talk about first, Jeff?
Let's just the pata. I want to hear about the crispy pata one for
Okay.
sure.
So the crispy pata, that is the one that I was most excited to eat. Okay.
Nice.
And I actually ate that one last because I was like, oh, I'm going to save the best for last.
Yeah,
And
exactly
so
right.
that's a deep fried pork hock. It tastes a lot like lechon. And so
Hmm.
when I had it, I must say, out of the four, that is the one that I actually liked the least. And it
Oh,
surprised me.
okay.
Jeff, have you ever had crispy pata that just was a little bit too dry?
Yes, I
Yeah,
have. I
you
know.
have. And when crispy pata is dry, it's really, really chewy.
Yeah,
It's a
it is.
chewy like bacon. And that's the
Ah,
kind of piece that I had. Not all of it, but a lot of the edges were like that. But
okay.
otherwise, the flavor was good. Like everything they've added into that, like with the cabbage or the coleslaw that was in there and the sauces. I wish they described more what was in those sauces. Maybe if we open up the fact, we can learn a little bit more. But that's the one
Yeah.
that I liked the least. Okay,
Okay. All
the one that
right.
I liked the least. The one that I liked the most was actually the one that I was expecting was the shrimp and mushroom.
All right.
And so the shrimp, deep fried shrimp with all of the great flavors, and the mushrooms, Jeff, were the smaller deep fried mushroom caps. So that was kind of
Oh,
interesting.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I
All
opened it up, I was like,
right.
whoa, what are these? Oh, those are the mushroom cap. I thought they would be like just sauteed mushrooms or something, but they're deep
Yeah.
fried. So it was
I was
really,
thinking
really
even
good.
like they might be like the dried mushrooms, stocky mushrooms that are dried, and then you rehydrate them
Oh,
in water. So
yeah.
that those are really flavorful. But wow, mushroom caps.
Yeah, they were definitely mushroom caps. They
Interesting.
were good. And that's
Interesting.
the one I had first. I was like, oh, I'm just going to have that one first because that's the one I
Yeah.
thought I would like the least. It's the one I liked the most. It was really, really good. Yeah. And then the original chicken, that's a really, really good bao. That is something for someone you just want to try Bao Mama out. Just get their original chicken, and I have a feeling that you'll be pretty happy. There are, it is a tad spicy, and so maybe
Okay.
if you want the sauce on the side, Jeff, because I know that you don't like too much spicy. And the triple B, very good, very
All right.
good. I would rate it a little bit higher than the original chicken, but other than that,
Okay.
I'd say as a whole, that meal was an 8.5.
Nice.
Is it an 8.5? Yeah, I can give it an 8.5.
Yeah.
And then I would not give the shrimp with the mushroom caps a 9, but I'll give it an 8.75, and then the other ones kind of balance out at an 8 or
Nice.
something. Yeah, we'll give like the crispy pata an 8, and the other two an 8.25, and
Okay.
maybe
So
that's
it
about
evens
an
out.
8.5. Yeah, that's what
Perfect.
I would have. It was a good
A
place.
quick
I'll
question.
definitely go
Yeah.
again. Yeah, go ahead. Your question?
So were they each sauced and or what's the term?
Dressed?
Not decorated, dressed. Yeah, same or were they different? Like because the original chicken, look at it has more like a of the coleslaw than anything else, and let's the beef asado has like more green onions. So I'm just curious to know, like from what you saw, or if you remember the menu, where it said anything
So
about the dressing.
So when you look at the menu, it just has the name of the
Okay.
actual things, but they are dressed differently. I will say that the shrimp and mushroom and the original chicken they tasted similar, although I felt like the shrimp was a little bit spicier. I can see there's some red sauce on there that I don't see on the chicken. You see that, Jeff?
Okay.
And so maybe that's a little bit, but like we're talking like a little bit extra spicy, not like much at all. Like I did not
No.
have to have like water or anything. So
Okay.
and then the pork and the beef, those were dressed similarly as well. And so yeah, that's a really good question. Yeah, and so when I was there, like I do want to go back because it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Actually, I was looking at there. I do want to try some more of their classics, even this the crispy shrimp. And then I
Yeah.
do want to try the Pinoy flavors, the barbecue chicken, barbecue pork. Maybe the pork adobo, maybe not though. I don't know how. Well, maybe the pork adobo. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Try it all.
Yeah. What would you want to try, Jeff?
I was thinking too, like the Pinoy flavor for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about the pata being dry.
You know what? It just might
Um,
have been one dry piece. Maybe like I would try it again just because I hope it would
yeah,
taste better. So yeah,
never. And then
yeah,
of course the asado, but then the sinigang fries sort of was like, oh, because we've had sixty fries, but sinigang
yeah.
fries sound interesting as well.
So they have sinigang fries. They have plain fries and sinigang fries. Jeff, what is sinigang?
I'm sure it's a sort of sour and sweet sauce, right? Or is it a
Not so much sweet, very sour, very
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 sour?
sour, very sour.
Okay,
And so
interesting.
sinigang is usually flavored with either lemon or tamarind or lime, sometimes with tomato instead. Sinigang
Okay,
tomato, but
yes.
typically it's lemon or lime. And then if you're like actually in the Philippines, they'll use tamarind or another fruit called kamias.
Mm,
Yeah, which our family grows. So I don't know. I mean, I tried the sinigang fries, but only if someone else ordered them because I don't like. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm not. I don't like the sinigang flavor. Really, it's just not
okay.
for me. That's just me. And then I don't know if I would even get the pork shumai just because
Oh,
I'd rather
yeah,
just go to Perfect. I'd rather just go to like an actual dim
yeah.
sum place to get that.
If I had to
Yeah,
guess, I'm pretty sure that these are just frozen items that they will
yeah,
steam. Um, yeah, and the pork spring roll sticks. I'm assuming it's just the thin pork rolls that we usually get at parties. You can buy that anywhere, really. But
absolutely.
yeah, and from the pictures, it looks. They say homemade, so the bows did look homemade. Not they didn't look all the same.
Oh yeah, those definitely look like they were either made like they were made themselves. That was not
Okay.
commercial. Well, they are commercial, but they're not. Yeah, that
Yeah.
wasn't commercially made. So
Okay.
I don't know if they're probably made out of the ghost kitchen as opposed to like
Oh,
in house
probably.
at that location. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it makes sense.
yeah, and I just kind of want to see anything about their. Oh, I thought that I went into their FAQ, seeing if they would talk about like how the bows are dressed more, and so it doesn't really say really how they're dressed because it's just the
Okay.
flavor, original chicken. Like you
Yeah.
want to know, oh, like it has chicken, it has coleslaw, carrots, the sauce, whatever.
Yeah. Exactly
Doesn't really
right.
tell us, but it's still worth going. I would definitely go there again.
Nice.
For a grand opening, it certainly was not crowded too much.
Okay.
They even had a DJ outside, which is kind of neat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, when I was pulling up, I saw the DJ outside, and for some reason, so there was a guy behind a bunch of tables. I thought he was barbecuing. And so I thought, oh yeah, they're barbecuing stuff. And I went over and I was like, oh
Nice.
no, this guy's just playing music. And you go inside, there's some seating, and then uh, those were made to order because I ordered, and then I had to wait a little bit before I got the food, and so I had a
Okay.
number. And so just something to keep in mind. I was there around the grand opening started at 11. It was 11:30, and my number was 104. So they had served. I'm guessing 104 or 103 people
Yeah.
before me. So yeah, it was good. I'll definitely go to Bao Mama again.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely. And so that was this week's food worth mentioning. We went to, sorry, not we, Jeff went to Rudy's, tried
Yep.
their awesome burgers, and I went to Bao Mama, tried their awesome bows. And it was really a productive week. And it's both places we certainly suggest going. And if you want to know some of their social media and how to reach them and their websites, they'll all be in the show notes or the description of this video. And if you are getting value from our podcast, whether you love our recommendations or you're just getting entertained by us talking about food, then we invite you to either like, subscribe, share, or comment. It is a super easy way, and it's a simple way for you to support our podcast and to do so for free. Isn't that right, Jeff?
That is correct. And also, if you have recommendations on places for us to try or recipes for us to cook, send them our way as well. And remember this quote from Julia Child: "People who love to eat are always the best people."
Yes, and that of course includes my brother Chef Jeff Santos, and I'm his brother Kenny Santos, and you as well if you love to eat food worth mentioning. All right, thanks a lot, everyone.
All right.
Goodbye.
Take care. You've been listening to Santos Brothers Eat.
Food worth mentioning.